Where's... I'll put it on this one. As long as I'm around, put it down on me. That was a good song, wasn't it? Did Julio Coolio sing that? I know he sung a good song, but I don't know which one it is. And did somebody take him out or something? I don't know. I don't watch mainstream media, but you know what? I'm thinking about starting to watch mainstream media again, because this what's going on. You know, I guess it's been going on for a month that the government's been shut down. I just barely realized it, like just a few days ago, like last week. So I'm like thinking, you know what? But it's so tricky, right? It's like maybe I won't. Okay, so let me just go on here and make sure the signal's all up to par. Today I'm going to be talking about is what's going on right now, and so I'm going to put some information out there for you to try to put the pieces together. Okay? Because one of the persons that's telling you this, I think, actually is an extraterrestrial, telling you stuff and to make money, but at the same time throw a spin at the end, coming out with this crazy theory, right? And you know, people believe this. They believe stuff that they don't even understand, right? That they've never really thought about. They just sit there, right? So let me start by saying I watched some stuff on Facebook this morning, and I can see that there is something whack. I mean, really, really freaking whack. And I'm going to try to talk about it without being too specific, so that it doesn't get, you know. Okay, just let me just go in here real quick and check my signal before we do anything. I'm on horizontal mode, so there won't be probably anybody in here. Maybe one or two people will come in. Probably the opposition. Who knows? Okay, so here I am. And yeah, the picture I actually took, it was vertical, but it came out horizontal on here. That's crazy. And so there I am. I'm in vertical, I'm in horizontal mode. And today, by the way, is Monday morning. And they got a glare coming in there, so you won't have to see my ugliness. Okay. And so let me see what's going on here. I gotta add salt to this one. I already took a drink of this one this morning. Already took a drink. Before I do anything more with no further ado, let me promote this DVD. Okay. I know you can see the tip of the box right there. I'll try and fix that later. But I've been promoting this video here lately. It's The Weather Underground. It's the people who were protesting back in the 1960s, who are passionate about protesting against injustice, basically protesting against the reptilian shapeshifters sending out the humans over there to freaking devastate these people, humans. Okay, you know what they did to them. All right. And so anyhow, I'm promoting this because the protesters now is a freaking joke. Okay, they're out there selling hot dogs and popcorn, right? This is just an extracurricular activity. Okay, it's not from the heart to stand up against injustice. And so the name of the DVD is The Weather Underground. It was the two dudes who made it. I guess their name, I'll have to go in and check them out, see who they are, is Sam Green and Bill Siegel. Okay, I have to go and check these people out, see who they are, because there's some other DVDs that were made by Ellie something that are really awesome. And who are these people? Where are these people? Are they still here? Right? I'm talking about another movement that I don't want to mention, don't want to get the video to start picking up all kinds of heat. Okay, but I'll mention another couple of people later. Okay, the only thing I can remember is Ellie, Ellie, Dennis. Yeah, I think it's Ellie Dennis or something like that. I'll tell you about this later. It's a different video. I'll tell you the name of it. The name of it is America's War on Black America. Okay, I'll tell you, that's different. I'll tell you about that later. It's kind of related to this, but I'll tell you about that later. Okay, so I'm going to tell you some stuff here so that you can try to make sense of what's going on, so that you can put the pieces together. Because the person who is telling you about this is banned. Okay? And basically telling you about the extraterrestrials. They don't want you to know about the extraterrestrials. Did you hear what happened in Colton, California last night? Last night in Colton, California, a whole bunch of people are saying that they saw a strange aircraft. So, who knows what that's all about? I read one of the comments and it said that the video quality was garbage. So, it might be a subterfuge, right? They're trying to talk about everything under the sun except for what's really going on, the extraterrestrials. And so let me give you my perspective. Let me get on my soapbox. Okay, a lot of people, I think, should cowboy up, as they say, and get on your soapbox and give your opinion so that we can see your true colors of what the people think, being under this mainstream media induced hypnotic zombie freaking trance. Okay, and get over the stage fright. This thing that's going on with the food stamps is doing just that. It's giving people an incentive or whatever to get up on their soapbox and give their opinion, right? This food stamp thing that's going on. Everybody that came out of the woodwork. And so without any further ado, let me go ahead and just give you this information, and then I've got to go take care of some stuff. And this will be my contribution to, you know, what's going on. And today is Monday, October the 27th. And so we're coming into the holiday season. And so this is information for Chronicle, because all these things are dated. And so hopefully I will be going on to my computer and turning on all my videos, because I told you I was going to turn them back on in the fall, and we're here now, so I need to get back on there and turn on all those videos, tons and tons of videos. And you can see that what I started talking about on the crypto, there's big stuff going on with crypto right now worldwide. And well, which bank is it? There's a big bank. There's a big bank who just said you can get loans on your crypto now. So it's getting wild. Let me show you a book real quick before we get into this. Damn, these things are right in the sun. These things are right in the sun. I need to close this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that UV will tears up books and everything. Okay, so if you do not know a dang thing about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right? If you don't know anything of investing, how to buy some Bitcoin or whatever, there is a book on Amazon, okay? And it's the title is, I read this one and it's good, Crypto Trading for Ambitious Beginners, Jel Peters and Jan Robert Shute. Okay. It's the only book I checked out, and it's good. I don't know what the other books are like. I don't have that kind of money to be just buying all kinds of different books, right? I think it was $17 for this one. That one will tell you all the ins and outs of crypto. Now, if you want to jump in both feet and grab you some Bitcoin, buy you some Bitcoin right now, then there is a online course you can take. It's the only one I know about in the world. I don't live in Asia or Japan. I don't know what's going on over there, but what's going on over here, if you do a web search, you'll see that there's only one organization that is teaching cryptocurrency, and that is Keystone Research Group. And the person who created this school, his name is Iman Shafi. If you want to go check it out, Keystone Research Group. They'll take you by the hand and show you everything you need to do. Okay, and they'll talk to you, on the phone or whatever. So getting into this, first of all, there are some military cuts that they're not getting their checks, right? And you know that military is that's where all the money goes. It goes to military. Do your own research, okay? It's outrageous. And so now they're not getting their checks. And so what the hell really is going on? This is crazy. And so some billionaire who we've never heard of, right? Never ever even knew this dude existed, comes up and says, I'm going to give him $130 million. Okay. So he's like, goes over there to the, what agency does he go to, right? I'm going to give you $130 million so you can pay some of them. The more money you get, the stingier you get. Everybody knows this. And so you know that reeks of fish. Okay? And so, but even though, if this billionaire is given $130 million, that's freaking chump change. $130 million is chump change for a multi-billionaire. So why didn't Rocket Man of America do it? Right? Multi-billionaire. And now that all these people are don't have no food for Thanksgiving, what about the other billionaire in Congress? What's he doing? Do you see him dish out any millions of dollars, which is freaking chump change? And for a multi-billionaire, that's obscene. That the people in his county, right, doesn't lift anything for him. Okay, that is an obscenity. And but support idea. Most people are not good. I don't know what that. Okay, so trying to look at my notes here. Where in the hell did I write that crap down? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong damn notes. Okay. So okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, so back to the food stamps. There was a Facebook post this morning, and somebody was like pro food stamps, right? Saying, I got 8 kids. How the heck am I supposed to pay? How the heck am I supposed to buy groceries from? And then the comments are just like thousands and thousands of comments. I was going to show it to you, but then when I hit the back to see who it was, it disappeared. And it's not like YouTube to where it keeps a history of what you watched. And so I was going to show you the comments on here to show you that everybody who was leaving a comment, thousands and thousands and thousands of comments, one person would say something and 200 people would respond to what that person said. That's how many comments were in there. And I started reading the people's names, because that's one good thing about Facebook is you have actual real names, right? And you can check to see if this is a real person, right? Unlike YouTube, it's a little bit different. And they have fake names, right? That's your handle. You put your handle. They don't want people to know who you are. Guard your privacy. Make sure you guard your privacy, right? And there was no Hispanic names on there. They were all English, I don't know what you call them, names like Peterson, Andrews, all the common names. There was no Hispanic names on there. Okay? And I would say 99%, I'm going to say 100%, all the comments that I read, and I probably read about 12, okay? all the comments I read were against these people milking the system. Now that's crazy. Okay? And so what the hell is going on? So you stop and you think, well, all this stuff that's going on, America's being tore down. I mean, it's being tore down right in front of you. You can see that. But for what? Right? It's like they have to tear down this whole freaking thing to drive these cockroaches out. Right? So we have to, grin and bear it so that these freaking cockroaches can be exposed to the light of day. And that maybe everything, then we'll start exposing these freaking evil rulers. And yeah, that was on Facebook. Now I cannot go in there and leave a comment because they know it's absolutely powerful. These comments are absolutely powerful. And that's why I was going to show you. If I go in and I try to leave a comment, in about 5 seconds, 5 or 10 seconds, it'll bleep it out. And it puts a red check mark on it. They don't want what I have to say to be entered into the conversation. Okay? So, anyway, that is powerful. What's going on? All these people putting in their opinions. None of them were Hispanic. Right? So what does that tell you? So, okay. Yeah, they got me censored because I mentioned the reptilians. Okay? This is why David Icke is banned in 30 European countries, on Facebook, and on YouTube for the same very reason. Okay? And if you want to find out about David Icke, you can go to my Facebook page. I've got a place there where you can go in and read the book for free on PDF. Okay, it's The Biggest Secret by David Icke. It's about the extraterrestrials who walk amongst us. Okay? And he was coming. Okay. This, what's going on now, it was coming. It doesn't matter if Orange Man is at the helm or if Harris is at the helm. Right? Harris would have done the same exact thing because ultimately the mastermind is the one telling them, writing the script for them to read. It's all a script for mainstream media. This is what controls the narrative. You don't believe me? Do research on J.P. Morgan. He admitted it. Okay? And, yeah. So she would have done the same thing. Doesn't matter who's up there. There's people behind the scenes. The mastermind, which I think is Lucifer, a reptilian shapeshifter. The fallen angels, Lucifer and the fallen angels, hybrids. Some of them are hybrids, right? They're mixed with human. When in the Holy Scriptures, it talks about these Nephilim, these Lucifer and the fallen angels came down and they took all the humans these women were running around naked. And they saw how beautiful they were. So they came down and started taking them and getting it on with them and created babies. And these babies are hybrids. They're half this fallen angel and half human. These are the reptilian shapeshifters, extraterrestrials, the sky people. Okay? And if you want to find out about it, read the book. And why do you think they have it banned? Okay, it was coming. Yeah, okay. Okay, now, daddies. Okay, now this person, there's a YouTube channel, and I'm using this information. The 1976 Copyright Act for Fair Use in Education. Okay, I need to print a copy of it so I can put it up there so AI can pick it up. There is a YouTube channel, and his name is, it's on my Facebook right now. And the guy who shows him and comments on it. The guy who comments on it is right here in Compton, California, and his name is Frizzle something. But this other person who's on the YouTube live feeds, vertical live feeds. This is supposed to be a vertical live feeds, but I got it on horizontal. That's probably why there's no people in here, nobody leaving comments. Okay, but I just wanted to do this and turn this thing on. So his name is J Prince for President. Okay, and well, you know, my argument would be, before I tell you about J Prince, my argument would be, well, why don't you put Kevin Trudeau up there for president, right? And well, he might be having something to do with it, right? I mean, he's, you know, on the down low right now. These multimillionaires and billionaires, they don't do things by the rules like us. They do loans, multi-million-dollar loans with a handshake. There's nothing written down. They're a club. The ones in charge, the leaders, are a club. They're secret brotherhoods. Even the president admitted it, right? And so it might be might be what's going on. And so this YouTube creator says that the powers that be took away their daddies. Okay? They separated the daddies from the home so that, well, basically just to give them hell, right? Well, isn't that what the reptilian shapeshifters do? Read page 399 in The Biggest Secret by David Icke, and you'll see who these mofos are. Okay? And all they like to do is give the humans hell, and it's like taking candy from a baby. If they have an IQ of 400 and the humans have an IQ of 140, it's like dealing with kids. Okay? And can you understand that? Does that make sense? Okay. So he says, you took away our daddies. Okay? And now, he says, now you became our daddies with food stamps. We depend on the daddies never came around, but the food stamps were always on time, right? And then he goes, and now you want to dip on us by taking away our food stamps. First, you separated the daddies, and now you became, their daddies, and now he's saying, and now you want to dip on us by taking away the food stamps. And you can watch it yourself, okay? And well, it's not just them that are doing it, okay? It's not just the evil ones, the rulers, the extraterrestrials, reptilian shapeshifters, fallen angels. It's not just them. Society, the humans, are evil by nature. And I would argue that most of them love the chaos. Okay? They love people getting, messed up. They love the, what he said, they separated the fathers to break up the family, right? And this is what causing all kinds of craziness in society. It's a big mess. Well, not only are they doing it, but the humans themselves are evil by nature, and they love it when families get tore apart. Okay? Society and the rulers pressure people to get your butt out there and get a job. Okay? But subconsciously, what's really going on is, whether spiritually or collective conscience, the evilness of the humans and the evilness of the fallen angels, they want to get the husband to go out there and work a 9 to 5 so they can go in through the back door and get it on with the wife while he's over at his 9 to 5. Okay? Society loves it too. Just like they did to Joaquin Murrieta. If you've read the legend of Joaquin Murrieta, while he was out there making games for their kids, right? He was right from this area where I'm at. He was out there making games, and he was very smart. They were from Spain, I guess. They were very smart, so that's Europe. And he knew how to agriculture. He knew how to do the cattle, horses, and he was just smart, intelligent. And so while he was out there doing all that stuff, they went over there and got it on with his wife and killed his, took it, did the unthinkable, do the research yourself, right? So if the husband wants to keep the family together, where he can be with his wife, keep an eye on her and her on him, so that the family stays together, start a business where they can both work together, the powers that be come in and separate them. They freaking run you into the ground, okay? Destroy your business with the IRS. And if you don't believe me, watch the documentary America, Freedom to Fascism by Aaron Russo, okay? And they freaking destroy the business, people who are trying to come up, the humans trying to come up on the social ladder by starting their own business, keeping their families together. They send this agency to destroy it and separate the family, throw him in prison, and the family is destroyed. Okay? So it's not only the powers that be, but it's society also is destroying the family. And hence, we have 70% divorce rate here in the United States, and divorce rate bad all over the world. And so Yeah. Okay. And so so here's how the evil ones, the rulers, beat the crap out of the humans because they hate the humans. This basis or premise is what I get out of reading The Heights, Heights, The Heights, out of the Holy Scriptures, the Quran. Okay? If you read that, you'll see where I'm getting this basis or premise from. The extraterrestrials or reptilian shapeshifters hate humans. Okay? And they beat the hell out of them, been beating the crap out of them from day one, like the Holocaust. Okay? And how they accomplish this and come out smelling like a rose is as thus. Okay, they go in and they do all these atrocities to them. Okay? Then they use mainstream media. This is how they do it. Okay? They go in and then the rulers who are supposed to be the culprit, right? The rulers, which in this case you know who it was, who was doing this atrocities to the Holocaust. They are the culprit. Okay? On TV, mainstream media. This is what they're showing them. This is the bad guy. He's doing all, beating the crap out of the humans, right? They don't call them humans or reptilians. Okay? Then you have the rulers from another nation who are the same thing. These are the reptilian shapeshifters. We're going to save you. Right? We're going to save you. We're going to go in there and we're going to teach these bad guys a lesson. They blow the hell out of all the humans' houses, right? All these humans who are evil by nature to begin with. Blow up all their houses. Come in, take some of the people who were, supposedly the leaders or whatever, and going after the main bad guy who they say freaking, took cyanide. You don't know where he went. They took off. If you read Martin Bormann, Nazi in Exile, you see they took a whole bunch of them, took them over to Spain, put them on an airplane, and shipped them over to South America. It's called Project Paperclip if you want to do research on it. Okay? And so they're like, we're going to teach that bad guy a lesson when they are the same thing. They're acting like they're fighting. They do this so they can treat the humans like crap, beat the crap out of them, and come out smelling like a rose. So they take some of the people in the military, you don't know who the hell they are, and they go out there and they freaking gun them down with the firing squad. This was the Nuremberg trials. They film it, right? They film them. How many people did they gun down? And then they blast it all over the world on mainstream media. This is how they beat the crap out of the humans and come out smelling like a rose. Do research on Project Paperclip. Okay? And that's all I've got for right now. Yeah, that's all I've got for right now. Thanks for tuning in. There's no comments on here, but I will load this up to some other media and stuff. And talk to you later. Signing out from the Central Valley here in California. It's a sunny day today. Excellent weather to go out and do anything that you want to do. But, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking. I can't say thanks for commenting because there's 0 comments and there's 0 people in here right now. Okay, because I'm doing this on horizontal. I've got this thing strapped on with a rubber band. I didn't even get a chance to turn the TV on so that you can have a nice background. But whoa. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yeah.